Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Carthage Campaign. Last time, we went to war with the islanders of Sardinia, an opportunistic attack which we were able to wage against all of them collectively thanks to a network of alliances that we spotted, and we're trying to get ahead of Etruria, thinking of doing the same thing, and blocking us off from getting more Italia territory. That war is going pretty well so far, making use of a mercenary company as our main assault force, in a kind of experiment to see how viable this is for smaller wars like this. I like this idea quite a bit because it takes advantage of our strong economy, our many bonuses for mercenary usage, and the fact that our powerful levy is better served unraised and providing their full economic and especially research potential, though at the moment we don't exactly have maximized research due to being at war and having increased maintenance, or at least just regular maintenance. So that is the situation with that. We also did bring over our Carthage Navy of 30 Hexerays who have not had much to do against these land-loving Sardinians, but they are here providing a psychological effect at the very least, I guess hypothetically. And though we're not paying for them right now because there's no use for them, they are around to help with transporting if necessary. At the moment, our mercs are working on the fort at Thorope. And there's a few more forts ahead, so we're going to just continue to slow siege and let things progress. This levy of Italia can't re-siege Lacan very easily, so we are good to just kind of proceed slowly working away at this while our republic churns further ahead. We also attempted some colonization and colonial management last episode, not super successfully, as we struggle to remember. I say we, the royal we. I struggle to remember how the mechanic actually works, so we didn't actually successfully establish a colony. Let me just check again to see if things have changed on reload. Alright, so we're looking for Sekeliot, and let's see here. Hypnot. No, that is not what I want to see. Okay, what about Seculian? That is Seculian. My bad. I looked at the wrong one. I gotta find it in here. It's probably further up. Let's just check really quick. No. Okay, well, it's fine. We'll wait until after the war to deal with this. It's not a huge priority, honestly. And then we also have in Carthage the Metropolis rank, which we achieved somewhat recently. This has enabled quite a few more building slots and quite a larger population capacity. We could actually bring some population in to start promoting them, as we already have a very, very large number of citizens and nobles, and we can actually get even higher than this. But I think what I want to do is let my war spoils bring some Sardan slaves over, and we can invest the money instead into infrastructure. Definitely want to get some academies up and running, as well as some courts of law, get those ratios as high as possible. It's 5 and 10% in Invictus, which is great, so we can definitely squeeze out these freemen. Okay, so that all looks good. We do have 43 PI right now, and I think I was saving for Divine Sacrifice. I really should click this, especially as we have a peace deal on the horizon. We're not going to lose the A fast enough. It's probably worth doing, but I also remember that I was waiting to found some cities. But was I waiting? It's been a little while since I last played, as you can tell by the change in facial hair situation. I did get Petition of Minorities. Okay, so I was trying to remember if I got that already. So cities are cheaper to found. 37 PI. I just need the money now. Getting a city at Kina Thabarkania was necessary for one of my objectives. Which one was it? It was this one, yeah. I also need to move some population in, but I can do that pretty cheaply. This will make Musalamia a client state and a monarchy. Okay, fair enough. I can then integrate them a bit later. I can then get this immediately. Province of Carthago getting 10% commerce is very, very strong, so I definitely want to get to this pretty soon. This one here, this one I need to actually own, so I need to actually get into war with Misadventurer. Okay, I'm remembering from the previous episode, I did rewatch the previous episode before I hit record, just to refresh my memory on what was going on, but I need to get into war with Misadventurer to progress my mission. The problem is, I don't actually have a claim on them at the moment. And I was waiting to fabricate until I had more PI, but then I was also waiting to spend the PI to found a city and to also do Divine Sacrifice. As usual, PI is the bottleneck resource for my campaign. Orth Caparienza. Okay. Interesting. Maybe I should prioritize this. But then what is my War Council? It's in 5 years. I could roll the dice that I get Massazelia as a target. They do border my core territory, and I do have a lot of borders, but I think the War Council AI... I need to look at the code. I can literally look at the code to figure this out. I don't need to speculate, but because I've never thought to do that, I think that it may prioritize a target like Massazelia. I'd be a little surprised if Massazelia wasn't an option, but do I want to actually wait that long? I kind of might, because my Chopet has really low martial. Massazelia is a slightly more formidable target. Not that I would struggle too much against them by any means. They are a tribe, so they're going to have more levies than even their numbers would suggest. The tricky part's really the scale of this invasion. I think I kind of want to... I also am worried about AE. I think I want to wait. I want to finish this war, have a recovery period, and then go to war with Massazelia, maybe with the 470 claim from the council. If I don't get it from that, I can fabricate at that time, which means I should spend my PI now, probably on Divine Sacrifices. I just gotta do it. I'm gonna keep thinking about it and not flicking Divine Sacrifices like a smart player, so let's proceed with that choice having been made. Okay, that looks fine. I don't think I need to change anything else. Any urgent administrative issues? Once I conquer all this, I will do more of a thorough review. Let's actually check over here. Okay, this is probably unavoidable. Everything else looks okay. Once this improves, it'll be fine. We've got no urgent... Well, actually, hold on. Maybe I speak too soon. Sardinia is having some trouble. What do we have here? Did I forget to change it? Well, I'll have to wait to do it because I don't have an API. Okay. That's fine then. This is all correct. Okay, let's go ahead and... One more thing, actually. Vassal. Okay. What is Agadir? I think I can actually integrate Agadir as soon as they... yeah, as soon as they have enough opinion. Am I improving opinion with them? I don't know if I am, actually. Let me just send them a gift. I mean, I can certainly afford this. Okay, 31st of January. I think I can probably integrate Agadir. This is a bit of an awkward territory. It's so far in the corner of the map. And this does... Let's see here. I don't actually have territory in the Atlas region, but it technically borders my core, which is a little bizarre, but it's this gigantic interior region. So it's not really a bad idea to set up someone over here, and it would be nice to just get this AI out of the game, consolidate things, and this will help strengthen my presence in the far western corner of North Africa. Okay, I think we're looking good. Let's proceed. Legal chicanery. Oh boy. In an outrageous display of brazen ineptitude, Milkpiles Magoni challenged the ownership of a holding belonging to Hanno Hanoni this afternoon. With only a set of blatantly forged documents to back up his claim, the proceedings did not last long. Should we press for recompense? Oh, I'm going to get the stability. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Thank you. I appreciate it. I also just realized... I don't think I actually reorganized my government with the election, but I think I'm actually happy with the people I have. I don't really want to mess up the status quo right now. After such a long time since I played last, I kind of want to just get right into it. It looks like Gilgesh Hanoni and Huldel Ibark have been married. Okay. I don't actually need to know about this usually, even though it's for ruling family. I'm planning to stay as a republic permanently, so the ruling family thing's not urgently important. Proton and salt. Okay, things are looking good up there. Full manpower in the bank. So just, well, you know what? I completely forgot to check Agadir. Okay, let's just start integrating Agadir. I could have done that. It was within the same monthly tick, so it actually was not lost. So min-max efficiency was preserved. Look at that. All right, also, let's go ahead and 0.6 tyranny is, it's a couple months of tyranny. It's about 3 months of tyranny. Yeah, I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna keep all these governors for another 5-year period, just because I don't want to lose out on all the PI I've spent to clean up all the policies. All right, harsh treatment that is. Yeah, this is mainly a Massazilian province. That's why it's having trouble. All right, we can get over here. Slow and steady. Here comes the Thermae Navy to help out. Appreciate that, Thermae. I need Epirus to... I really just need, like, someone needs to get it together in mainland Greece and challenge Epirus, because this is getting a little out of hand. You gotta stay on their side of the Adriatic. This stuff belongs to Carthage. Keep out. Alright, I'm gonna save my money for now. It's a slightly more substantial force. A tax holiday. I don't think I've ever seen this event before. It is almost time to collect the taxes owed by the upper classes, which is a historically unpopular time in Carthage. Much to Hanno Hanoni's chagrin, who looks forward to the lump sums obtained but hates angering the connected. As Hanno is looking over the tax rolls, an advisor steps forward, clearing his throat. Perhaps we could just burn the records. He would be incredibly popular for forgiving all these accrued debts. There's a precedent in our lands for doing such a thing. So we got one option. That sounds like a lovely idea. Make it so. So we just he just becomes generous. Okay, I mean, 3 stability is worth getting, and generous is, let's see here. This is just good. Yeah, this is just good. Monthly popularity, citizen and freeman happiness in Africa, and 8% citizen happiness nationally is kind of wild. All right, I'll take it. Thanks. Usually I prefer there be some level of player choice in the events, but that's a good outcome. I would have gone for that if that was, there were multiple options there. Also, it looks like Bowie is actually conquering the Senones up there. Okay, there you are, sieging that. Not enough strength though, so we're fine. Defender's Desert. I could do some assaults, especially on the weakened fortresses, but oh, come on. We're working on it. Don't worry about that. I don't want to actually have to raise people, and the mercs won't replenish, so just I'm going to wait it out. Our ongoing efforts to woo the highly skilled statesman Maharbal Gerbili have encountered a hitch. Being a true man of the people, Maharbal has decided to invest in the creation of a beautiful monument to please the Carthaginian people. To complete this mammoth task, he requires a large number of able-bodied souls. If we were to provide such assistance, Maharbal would surely be in our debt. Okay, so spending 5k manpower while at war is not something I'd usually consider the best idea, but given my strategy, I actually can afford the manpower. I feel pretty comfortable doing this under these circumstances. And 30 PI is 30 PI, like, come on. I actually think I prefer losing the manpower over the money, to be honest. So let's go ahead and say, why not? Okay. So now I just need the money to actually build the cities. So that's part of why I'm saving my money. We have the PI now, which is great. Also, how are we doing on military experience? Hold on. We got a hard bargain. 5% less for maintenance and 25% reduced recruit from this. We do have a national bonus. Finished a fortress there, nice. We do have a national bonus that will run out. Here it is. May of 72. Okay. Well, Thermae is bringing over an army to help out. Okay. Appreciate it, Thermae. Nice to see you. Alright. I don't know if I have it in me for another 3 full sieges with no assaults. We'll see what I can do here. Let's go ahead and grab this. Actually, well, let's see. Let me grab this, because this is now protected by fort coverage, and I won't... it's slow going, but I want to just go ahead and get that cleared up. They won't be able to get it back very easily. What are my missions right now, by the way? Alright, Democrats want to grant rights. Ooh, okay, they may force this. They may force me to integrate the Massilians. I really don't want to do that. Am I willing to take a 50 approval hit to not integrate the Massilians? I really... Essentially, unless my culture management strategy is all about integration, I really don't like having random integrations that are not by my choice. There's not that many Massilians. I mean, they are largely in my core area. Integrating them would have many advantages for my country, but I may veto that if they force it. I have tons of approval with them. I can survive that. It sounds absurd, but I don't think I will accept that. I could also grab one of the options over here. No, I don't want to spend the PI, actually, so let's hold off on that. So these guys want a Great Temple in Malacco. Okay. Where was Malacco? Hold on. Check, like, here. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, okay. I don't think a Great Temple is an obvious choice over here. I mean, do I have... I don't even have the tech for it, don't I? Yeah, I'd have to get 3 techs to get to that, so probably not. And then grant holdings to family heads. Okay, so I don't really need oligarch approval that badly. Approval-wise, I'm actually okay. I don't think I need to worry about the missions right now. I am worried about the Democrats forcing their mission. I'm not really sure how that would work, but it is a possibility. Okay, they actually did manage to siege Lacan. Was I not notified about that? Did I get a notification and just completely ignore it? That's possible. It's not out of the question for me. We'll have to retake. Wait, no, what am I talking about? They didn't siege it. This is... I got confused by the cross-hatching. They abandoned their siege. That's why I didn't get a notification. I gotta stop recording in the middle of the night. Brain cells are dormant. Alright. That's fine. I feel like some people actually kind of like these more chill episodes, especially because the beginning of this campaign was so front-loaded with action, the big war with Rome. That was crazy. I still can't believe I pulled that off. But now we're playing a bit more of a relaxed campaign. Okay, we have enough money now to get a city going. I think I want to get a city at Kina Fabricana. Kina Fabricania. There we go. This will keep the fort, which I want. Alright, get it underway. Good. And then once that's done, we can integrate the Musalamii and Wicked Sisters. I have to get all of this. Alright. It is what it is. Alright, so we'll grab this, and we'll come relieve the... We'll get a good defensive battle at Karali. Defending in farmland isn't amazing, but it's, you know, defending, so I'll take it. Alright, get down there. Okay, how's the research looking? Full research, alright, that's good. That's with a harsh taxation, by the way. Yeah, I need to expand, honestly. Like, if you've got full research, 125%, you have no way to get more research capacity, and you have harsh taxation, your only option to remake efficiency or re-efficientize, if that's a word, your research is expansion. Get more pops that aren't contributing well to research, and your research capacity goes back down. Research efficiency goes back down. So yeah, we are in really good shape here. 83 per month is excellent. Love to see it. So I guess I could just go here and retake that really quick. May as well. Alright, smooth sailing. Okay, back you go. Let's clear this out. Should be pretty much free. And then where... I needed one other city as well. Yeah, I need Tebaset to be a city, which is frustrating because this is not a great city location. Yeah, because it's hills. If this was plains, I'd actually consider keeping it as a city, but I think there's better city locations nearby. Like Ubaza Castellum, I think is a better city location just on a coverage level. This is like an uber city location. Look at this coverage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it has coverage lineup with the Wasteland. Come on. But I gotta do it for the mission, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I get some free pops, so that's nice. But yeah, that's the trade-off of having a interesting country with a lot of custom content. Is a lot of these missions are pretty preset. That's okay. That's part of the fun. I mean, I'm able to have crazy mercenary bonuses that I wouldn't normally be able to get as Carthage, as someone other than Carthage. So I am happy with that. All right, pretty good. Battle of Corrali, very nice. They are pushed back. I could actually take my boats to get over there faster. That's an interesting idea. I could take my boats around to try to land and hit these guys, stack wipe them. I think I may give that a try. If I get sniped by pirates, I will delete my YouTube channel. No, I'm just kidding, I won't do that. But I'll be very upset if I get foiled in such a manner in this one instance and taking my unpaid ships out and about. But I have them, may as well use them. They see what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to get away. They're actually not gonna get away. Wow, I forgot how quick you land in Invictus. Alright, we got mercenary landing D-Day at Fauziane. Alright, they're gonna have a slight advantage from the terrain, but they're not gonna be able to do much about this. It's gonna be pretty rough. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna bring back over to hide in Corrali, just to be safe. There's no ports over here, so their presence won't make a big difference. Okay, I could retake this, but it's not even the capital, so it's fine. Let's just go, it's not a huge deal. Let's go and get to work on Tabula. Alright. Very good. Also, the we had enough war progression that the imminent white peace went away. That's good. It'll come back, though, so we need to be weary of that. The faith of Asbal. Never has a more devout man existed than Asbal Magoni. Our people clamor at the very door of the temple, demanding that we declare a feast in his honor. How should we answer? I will happily trade 18 gold for 6 stability. Holy moly. Glory to Asbal. Yes, stability. Finally, spurned by the majority. Oh, here we go. I knew it was coming. Sharing the rewards, spurned by their majority in the Adiram. I think it's missing the term, the Democrats, have brought an emergency bill on the floor, which will grant increase the legal... Who did the Mazzilians write this in a different language and we're translating? Grant increase the legal privileges of the Mazzilian people within Carthage, outraging the conservatives who see this as a watering down of the rights of those who already enjoy these liberties. The only recourse left is the veto of our Shopit, though its use would not be popular. Okay, so 15 popularity is fine. 50 approval from Democrats is painful, but recoverable. Especially if I... Honestly, yeah, we're in pretty good shape here. They don't like the corruption of Hanno, but it's not that bad. And they don't like the tyranny, but I also don't have that much tyranny. I think this is completely fine, honestly. They have 100 approval. It's trending up. Of all the times to use the consular veto, this is the kind of time I would do it. I really don't want to integrate a culture. I don't believe I can unintegrate them later, if I remember correctly. I'm playing an assimilation-style game. We're not going to do this. We're going to veto. They were never meant to be our equals. Okay, 69.04 support. That's fine. We can survive. All right. Oh, can I? Oh, I see. Now that's interesting. Ah. I like how this is looking. Probably not a stack wipe, but that would be really cool if we could pull that off. Okay, it was a stack wipe, and that was, in fact, very cool. Well, maybe fortress assaults are back on the menu. The question is, how far am I going to push this thing here? So, we've got 3 fortresses left. We've got fortress at Tabula, fortress at Libasonis, and the fortress at... Wait, this doesn't have a fortress. Never mind. I mistook that icon. We have 2 fortresses. I think this is actually... This is doable. This is doable. I kind of want to go grab this really quick before Etruria goes toward them and grabs this before I can. How likely is that looking? They don't actually have a claim. Hold on. No, they do have a claim on them. I think Etruria might smell blood in the water. I think I gotta go grab that quick. Okay, we're gonna go around and get picked up from Tabula, which I think is possible even with fort coverage. I guess we'll test it out really quick. Let's quickly go grab this just to prevent Etruria from having any funny ideas. And yeah, start to wrap this war up. All right. Finish the fortress over here. Quite nice. Okay. Why is this the capital? Was this moved? This must have been moved. Oh, when I had an integration over here, I must have moved the capital. Well, the capital should be at Zitha. So let me move the capital. Oh, I'm at peace. Okay, maybe that's why I didn't move it before. I think I got this from integration, but I was at war at the time with the Sardinians, so was unable to move it. I can promote oligarchy. I don't think so. Why were these all re-enabled? I thought this was... Okay. Interesting. Let me turn these off. Turn that off as well. Turn that off. Turn all these off, actually. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I'm going to quickly go over here and just hop over here. The smart AI may spot the opportunity. I certainly spotted it, so if I can think of it, the AI can think of it. Let's get over here and stop them in their tracks before they can screw me over. We have integration of Agadir. All right. Our client Agadir has long upheld Carthage. You know, we've read this before. These guys are Canaanite Punics. Anyone of note? Ooh, you know what? This guy here with his 11 finesse, I kind of want to bring him in. Abdoni. Let's invite them in. And that's probably fine. Don't want to reduce our popularity too much. Okay, so now we've got this kind of far-flung fortress city of Agadir. It's not really a great city location. I kind of prefer USA as the capital over here. It's plains, dry on the ocean, and there's not really any better territory further in than I'd like to have a coastal capital over here. But this is fine for now. I'm not going to go to war with Perosia over this right now. I'm obviously preoccupied. I will scale back the fortification level here. This doesn't need to be a level 2 fortress, but I'll keep it fortified and with the port for now. That's fine. As for the governor position, I guess I could just reappoint him. Suppose that's fine. He's a really good governor. I think I'll reappoint him for now, and then I'll revisit the issue in the next election when I reorganize more of my officers. But yeah, this is fine. So we'll just sort of keep him as a local administrator. Maybe that was his plan all along. All right, that's fine. Loyalty 60%, that's all fine. I actually have free investments. Okay, I didn't notice that. So this should be... It's not Punic majority. I think this, with the super high finesse of this guy, I think we can go straight into religious conversion, honestly. Yeah, let's get straight to that. Okay. Back at it. Alright. Oh! They've got a reserve army here. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Let's see. This hills terrain. Look at the custom port. The port graphic. That's kind of cool. Some really great custom graphics for the islanders. I think we probably want to land and walk over instead of doing a landing attack. It's probably worth it. We'd win, but we'd take a lot of casualties for sort of no reason. Okay, let's just cross over here, and then we'll keep the boats here to retrieve them shortly. Abdabal falls ill. Alright, that's not good. This is the oligarch party leader. Alright, he gains arthritis. Unfortunate. Okay. These guys have nowhere to run. They might run here, I guess. Okay, yeah, they're gonna run here. Chase them down, catch them. Should be pretty quick. Oh, I guess they do have somewhere to run. I have access with Etruria. You know what, this is fine. Let's just, actually no, this isn't fine. I don't want them to live. Ah, this is annoying. Let me go grab this, and then, they're gonna stay here on the island, though. That's super annoying. I didn't realize there'd be an army over here. Let's just grab this, and I think they're gonna do a circuit, actually, around the island, if I had to guess. I think I might have time to sail over, do one assault, and then come back to catch them as they return to their capital after doing their circuit. I might not have enough time, but it'll be kind of close. I can't split the mercs, otherwise I'd just do that. I could just wait here. Let's go. Oh, here comes a naval combat. I guess I should have seen this coming. Should be fine even at partial morale. Got barbs down here. Great. Oh wait, we actually dodged them. That's funny. Okay. Let's come back around over here. Naval combat. Yep. Okay, yeah, we killed their one ship. We didn't lose anything. Actually, we gained their one ship, so we more than didn't lose anything. All right. Maybe we can. Oh, they're gonna have. Huh? What are they doing exactly? Is the AI cheesing me here? Why are they allowed to stop their... I thought their army was retreating, but now they're just posted up, exiled. I can't attack them. Now this is some smart AI right here. Look at this. They're gonna lurk in the hills of Ficaria. I can't do anything about them. That's okay. As long as they're not retaking Replicone, that's alright. Let's get to work on this place over here and allow attachments as well. Alright. Alright, the farm over here is done. Nice. I think I need to move some more pops over. Let's just, let's see. There we go. Oh, okay, now I need 2 more, I'm sure. The Lubin, that's fine. Away the Trireme, and then come join the Carthage Reserve. I'm gonna keep this force, what am I trying to say? I'm gonna keep these guys. Do I need to keep these guys here? No, there's no port here. Let's bring them back. I don't need to keep them up. Alright, let's see if we get a breach on the first tick. If not, I think I probably will just do an assault anyways. It's Invictus. I really shouldn't do an assault without a breach under normal circumstances. Status quo. Alright, great. Oh, here they come. Okay. I guess this is technically their land, so I suppose that's fine. They don't have the strength to retake anything. I guess it's a mixture of units here, so they will regain strength pretty quick. That's alright, I can just deal with them as needed. There we go. Alright, finally I get some siege luck in this game. Alright, let's order the assaults. No time to waste here. Come on. Surely with the breach, this is doable. Come on. Come on, it's 2,000. Okay, over 2,000 with the breach. Well, we got the win. That's what matters. Alright, they're going to try to reorg over here. That's fine. We'll get to work applying pressure on Tula. Fingers crossed for a breach. That would be pretty nice. Let me actually check really quick. I do believe there are siege... Here we are. There is some siege techs over here, which I probably should invest into. Since I want to use mercenaries, and in the future, I'm not sure if I want to use legions and mercenaries. In the future, I certainly would prefer legions over levies, because I have more control over the composition. I'll get to that in a moment. But I don't know if I will just use mercenaries or a mixture of mercenaries and legions. We'll come back to that. Lofty notions. Giscon Gisconia's dreams of high office are fairly well known in the Idirum of Carthage, but recently he has been lobbying more urgently of his suitability and deservedness for the role of magistrate. While we ordinarily would be able to appoint whoever we like to the post without causing offense or starting rumors, the enthusiasm of Giscon has put us in a rather awkward position regarding the incumbent official, Kinash. Okay, so magistrate is, it's the AE reduction one. I mean, he'd be pretty good at it too. He's a bit worse due to the statesmanship than Kinash, but this is, it would cause the Ebarks to become upset. I could actually get this and get loyalty with Kinash, because I have persuasive talents with Hannah. Let's go for this, I think. Yeah, I don't want to cause any problems for no reason. Giscon, maybe this just isn't your thing. Alright, let's see a quick breach, so we can close this out. Without a breach, I think I will assault at full morale. Maybe. I shouldn't say that so confidently, but I'd certainly like to. I can understand why it took the Romans in real life such a long time to sort of get these islands under control. This is rough. Food shortage, right? That's a positive roll. I'll take that. Certainly could be worse. All right, we're pushing it with the AE. I don't even know. I should be able to do it in 3 years. Do a Massilian War. We'll see. No promises. Another food shortage roll. That's pretty good. All right, barbs are rampaging around. That's fine. They can do that. And then Tebaset can now become a city as well. Let's make absolutely sure I've got the right spot. Tebaset has city status. Okay. It's painful to spend this much PI, and I guess money in this case as well, but it's got to happen. It is what it is. There are actual city locations I'd like to found, but sadly I cannot at this time spend the PI on that. At least stability is back in good shape. That's good. Come on, show me a breach. This would make things so much easier. Alright, we're getting good rolls. I can't fault the rolling here, but I'm not getting breach rolls. This morale, I don't think we can do this with this morale on Invictus. We gotta keep waiting. Alright. That's fine. Alright, these guys, I'm going to actually bring them back to Carthage. Through the storm might be a little dangerous, but water shortage, another good roll. I'm sure they can make it. Next tech is in a few years. Oh, we just won the siege. That's works for me as well. Okay, great. So let's see what we can do here. So here's the question: do I actually want to get the Corsican territory and hold it? Because that basically guarantees war with Etruria in the near future. If not because of them declaring, it'll be because of me declaring, because then I want to control their territory in Corsica. What I could do is I could take the territory and then sell it to Etruria, or maybe just give it for free, and have the Corsica-Sardinia line be the border between us. I think I'm fine with that. This is all part of the Italia region, so we're already splitting the region. Actually, hold on. Yeah, no, they have a lot of territory in Italia already. I forgot where the line was, but yeah, no, we're splitting the region basically down the middle as it is. So I think that's not a bad idea. Yeah, it's expensive. I could just leave these guys up here and leave them to Etruria. Let's perhaps start with that plan, because I don't really care if Etruria beats them in war and then takes it, if I would just give it to them anyways. So let's start with consolidating our territory on Sardinia. It's a very expensive deal. It's actually too expensive of a deal. Wow, okay. Wasn't really expecting that. We literally can't do this deal. It's too expensive. Okay. We're going to have to do something a bit more complex. I could leave behind these guys here. Who is this? This is Calcitania. I could make them a tributary. Actually, I almost can't make them. I can probably get this deal to work. I guess I could make some of these guys tributaries. What I want to do is I want to own the coastal territory at the very least. If I make them a tribal vassal, I should make them a tributary, because then they may offer to become... Actually, no, that's not true. If they're a tribe, I don't think they can offer to become a client state. I think what I should do is just leave them for later. In which case, what I should do is get as much as I can. So like this deal is like the ultimate min-max deal. Leaves them with just this little tiny bit in the middle. I mean, this may be a little annoying to deal with later, but this is technically, I think, the best deal I can do. In fact, maybe what I should do is leave them with a territory that isn't fortified. So like something like this. Then I at least get the fort to destroy, and they have to rebuild a fort if they want to build a fort in their new capital. I think this is, in fact, you know what, let me even min-max this even further. Yeah, this is... Hold on. This is mountain terrain, isn't it? Hills, plains... If I want to own the coastal territory, I can't do a deal that leaves only one tag that has terrain that's difficult to defend. I think I'll go for this deal. 14 AE is not that bad. The real tough part, given how many tags are involved, is honestly the war score element. But leaving the guys up here to be picked off by the Etrurians, leaving these guys completely enveloped, like no one except for me will ever be able to get to these guys, this pretty much achieves my goal here. I won't have complete provincial cohesion, unfortunately, but this is completely fine. These are both mountain territories. They wouldn't be the capital, and I can just deal with that. This is an acceptable deal. Let's go for it. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see here. Banish everyone of class, I think. Yeah, get that AE down. All right, the Neuralgic local power of Calcitania, who actually is the survivor of the war, accepts our peace deal. Rebrenzian Alencia to Carthage, Rebrenzian Bellaria to Carthage, Lugadonensian Bellaria to Carthage, Corkensian Bellaria to Carthage, Loganensian Bellaria to Carthage, and Lacon to Carthage. Alright. Very nice. Now we've got some territory to deal with here. So first of all, a lot of these fortresses have got to go. Needless to say. This port can go as well. Alright, this fort can go. And up here, Libisonus is probably the best territory. I gotta think about this for a minute. What I prefer, so farmland on the coast is obviously the best option. So we got two options. We've got Nure and Libisonus. I think the main difference is that Libisonus's port will be in this sea tile, whereas Nure will be in this sea tile. I think I'd rather have it be in this sea tile. Let's have Libisonus be the capital, which is already fortified, so that's convenient. Tabula will be defortified. And then any other building around here that I don't need to keep. We have a farm here. I do actually want to keep that. Let's disallow promotion over here. Move some pops over. Let's see. Where this guy's from? Okay, that's fine. So we need 12. That might be too many. We'll just hold off for now. We have the farm. That's the good part. There's a lot of people here. Jeez. You know, actually, yeah, we do have a lot of people we can work with. Let's send people over from Sanafar. There we go. These guys can scram. Move the capital up here. Very nice. And this should become a city, although obviously we have a lot of other things to spend our PI on first. Okay, and then down here, any infrastructure to worry about? Not really. Okay, looks good. All right, that is Sardinia largely cleaned up. We'll have to do a follow-up war with Celsitania and with Etruria and possibly with Loganensia if Etruria doesn't get them. I think their days are numbered at this point, but we shall see. These mercs can be disbanded. Thank you for your service. I think that was a really successful mercenary-only war. I'm actually pretty happy with how that turned out. That was a great proof of concept for the idea. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, and now that we've got some more money as well, let's get over here and see what we can do. Okay, so let's see. Do I want more aqueducts as well? I think I will eventually, but not immediately. Noble happiness is maxed out, but desire ratio is very important. It's a lot of research. Although, I don't have actually tons of money in the bank. I've been spending all my money on the war. Maybe I do save up. Do I urgently need any fortifications? I should probably consider that. Carthage is fortified. Ostia is fortified. The stuff up here is not in immediate danger. Lelubim is fortified. Yeah, we're probably okay. Epirus is going to win the war, though. I don't like that. We may have to fight Epirus kind of soon, unfortunately. I was hoping we would be able to delay that. Okay, hold on. Oh, yeah. Yikes. Okay, I really need someone in Greece to take on the Epirotes. All right, come on, Antipatrids. Now's your time. You were born for this. Show these Epirotes what for. Maybe, Talantia can't possibly pull that one off. No way. Lysimachids, you're doing pretty well. Okay, we'll see what happens. Interesting scenario, to be sure. Okay, I guess the other question would be, do I actually wait for 470 for the Council and hope I get the claim on Massazelia, or do I force the hand of fate by fabricating once I have the PI? I think I roll the dice with the Council to save on PI. I have a lot of cities I'd like to found. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to do it. The other question is it better to continue investing in Carthage immediately or invest in some of my other cities? Because I do have a number of other cities that could really use some additional infrastructure. I think Carthage still needs to be min-maxed before I move on. Actually, you know what I want to do is I want to found a holy site. Man, I really would like to get a holy site up and running. I have a lot of treasures sitting around. There's some really good stuff in here, too. What was that? Hold on. 10% local research? Statue of Youth? Oh, my. Okay. It's a little suspicious. Beautiful marble statue from Sicily. All right, well, it's a Sicilian. So some Sicilian business. Okay. Yikes. Okay, base trade routes. All right, we got some good stuff in here. Sus. Treasures aside. Okay, I think we're looking good. Let's proceed. Save up my money. Is it 300 for holy site? Yeah, I can actually do it next. I think I kind of want to get that up and running. But I definitely can maintain it now. And as a metropolis, that's a good next thing to get set up here. Oh, I need 50. Oh, what am I doing? I need 50 PI. Let's save for now and think about it maybe for next episode. I may want to spend the money sooner, but I also kind of want to wait and hold on to my small bank account until I know what's going on with the Imperator. Are they going to push things against me? I really hope they don't try that. Also, you know what? I am a serious buffoon. I forgot to start integrating Selinus and Thermae. I can do both of them now, so let's just get that underway. Minor mistake, slight delay in that. Okay, they're going to build a fort over here. That's fine. We'll flush them out when the time comes. Barbs are still being a menace, but they're just about done. Capariensia paid them off as well. Are you actually kidding me? Hold on. Wasn't Capariensia over here? Were they killed by Massizilia? I think they may have been. All right, that's a little alarming, but okay, that's fair enough. That's fine. And you've got that on harsh treatment. Yeah, okay, we're completely fine. Food may be an issue here briefly, but we'll bounce back. Seleucids are doing better than usual. I'm not used to seeing Seleucid stability in Invictus, but good for them. Okay, Dar, making money moves. The coming of the city of Cinna Fabricania. All right, excellent. Okay, so I should build a port here. I don't know if this is an urgent necessity. Oh, I need more pops, that's right. Just need to move 3 over. There we go. Integrate the Musalamia. This will turn them into a client state. The lands of the Musalamian tribes border us to the southwest. Although they normally pay homage to us, the tribal Musalamia have come into conflict with their Punic settlers in the borderlands. It's time to introduce Punic culture to these barbaric tribes. Alright, let's get that underway. Alright, we are making moves in the Carthage campaign. This has been a really, really fun campaign, honestly. This is one of the most fun campaigns I've actually had in recent times. I think that, you know, to kind of have a real talk for a moment, after so many years of Imperator Rome campaign content so regularly, burnout is such a constant problem. But with the Sporia campaign and then this one, my more, my newer attitude of I'm just going to play the kind of campaign that I want to do and not what I think people will gravitate towards more and just do what's sort of popular and expected. I think that that's been really good for me because the Sporia campaign was a really hardcore min-max campaign that I really enjoyed investing myself into. And this campaign has been a much more relaxed, kind of easygoing campaign, playing as a very powerful country, still doing cool strategies and kind of showing off, but I don't feel that pressure to prove anything, you know, and that's a nice place to be at as a content creator like this. Okay, let's proceed. All right. Trade coming in, very nice. I should turn off maintenance, whoops. My mistake. Yeah, speaking of not doing amazing. All right, there we go. These guys will disappear shortly. Next election is also expected to be, looks like Abdallah Pony, 7776, that's pretty good, and Ishot Hanonat 8141, interesting. Looks pretty likely. I'd certainly rather have him with as much more balanced overall stats than her with her slightly better martial. I think this is fine for a dedicated war year or 5-year period against Massazelia. I'm just a little nervous with the 3 martial of Hanno to actually have a larger war where morale management is more important. No matter what I do, the ruler's martial in Vanilla and Invictus plays a really big role in morale, so it's just really difficult. In morale recovery, I should say. So it's really difficult to deal with that when you have a low martial leader. Fortunately, as a Republic, our leaders cycle very regularly, so we're able to just wait it out as we will in this case. All right. This guy's trying to befriend Hanno. That's fine. All right. Here go the barbs. There we go. All that has been returned to me. Excellent. All right. I could do some organizing over in this land that I do control all of. I only have a few provinces that I control everything in, but this is one of them. Okay, let me think about this for a minute. Where do I want the capital to be over here? Since I fortified this, I'm guessing Kulkatani is a planned permanent capital. It is plains on the coastlines, so that does make sense. Over here, I think an internal capital makes the most sense. Let's see. I think I kind of remember selecting Subzuar Etanum because it's such a distinctive name, but I'm not 100% sure if I did. Is this actually... I mean, this could be a mine, this could be a farm. This is a slightly better spot. It's more central in the province as well. It's also plains. Doesn't have coverage with the impassable terrain. That's not necessarily the end of the world. What do we have over here? What was that? Cedar, that's right. Okay. Moth would also work. Amazigh. Do I have an Amazigh colony set up? Let's double check. Okay, I must have missed them. Wait, no, Amazigh's the religion one. What am I doing? Okay, let's try that again. Probably Mazzilian would be the cultured question. Labrinia. Okay. Hold on. Oh, it's this one here. Okay. I don't think so. Choba is it is farmland, or it is grains though. Choba is an okay spot for a coastal capital over here. Maybe this is why I didn't make a decision before. It's really tough to make these calls when I don't really plan out all of the locations together. So Ikosim is the permanent spot, and Kukultani is the permanent spot over here, which means in between them. Lamelia is a really good spot with coverage with the lake. Although it is hills though, never mind. Labrinia is actually not a bad spot. It's got coverage with the lake. If I have it at Labrinia, and I could set up the capital, I could set up the colony now and get Labrinia a head start, which would be great. Then Choba could actually be a farm. Labrinia is wine, so it's not a resource territory that I care about having as a settlement. Then, maybe I actually did set up the capitals, because this would actually then line up perfectly. This would then line up with the Impassable, and it would line up with Labrinia. It doesn't line up with Kukultani, but none of these locations actually would line up with all these things at the same time. But then this wouldn't be a mine then. This would also line up with Librinia. It's in a better spot for the province. Lines up with Librinia. It doesn't line up with the impassable down here, but it does create fairly consistent fort coverage. I'll have to think this over. More fort coverage planning awaits inevitably in this campaign. But that's going to be it for this episode of the Carthage Campaign. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.